Hi everybody, it's Joey, and I'm here to do an episode review of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. This was the 4th episode of the 9th season called Wives and Heifers. Before I even get started into the episode review, I just want to say I am very hurt right now about something that happened to me today. I'm not going to go into specifics because I don't think I'm supposed to, or allowed to. But I'm very, very hurt right now about something that happened. So if I don't feel cheery or anything during the video, I'm very sorry. But again, something had happened today, and I am just very hurt by it. So, let's just get into the episode review. Okay. So, it starts off with all the girls going to everyone's still in Oklahoma, and the girls are going to have dinner, and they're in the van, and Melissa tells she says in the confessional, she goes, I had to tell Joe about what Teresa said. And in my mind I'm like, did you really have to though? Like, I get he's gonna see the episode anyways in the future, but it's like, did you have to tell him right then and there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should have just waited to go home and tell him. Like, did you really have to FaceTime him in the middle of Oklahoma and tell him this? But she says that, Melissa says that Teresa is basically saying that Joe's not good to his father. That's not exactly what Teresa said, though, Melissa. I mean, in many words, I guess that is what she said. But, like, she didn't say exactly those words. Like, she basically was just like, I want Joe to spend more time with the father. She wasn't saying, like, stuff like, I don't think Joe's good to the father. But I get why Melissa took the conversation in that aspect, but that's not exactly what Teresa said. But anyways, they go out to the restaurant and they play two truths and a lie at the table. I thought the whole thing was funny. I don't know. Some of the lies or the truths or whatever. Jen went and she said, I had to take a shit. I was in a dominatrix and I had a booty lift or something, and then the one lie was the booty lift, which I thought that would have been one of the truths. I would have thought that was the truth, and the other two were the lies. But yeah, so then the next day, because that was it, they went out to dinner, they played that game, and the next day, Jen calls up her daughter on FaceTime. And the daughter's crying. She's like, oh, Mommy, I really want you home. Like, she's putting on the waterworks. I mean, she's on stage right now, this daughter. She is on stage. And, Jen's like, no, like, please don't cry. Like, I'll get you a big, big present when I get home. And the daughter quickly stops crying and goes, okay, well, I want the Barbie dream house. Oh, no, the Hello dream house. I want the Hello dream house. And Jen's like, yes, I'll get it for you, I'll get it for you. And she's like, okay, love you, Mommy, bye. I was like, okay, well, obviously that daughter was on a mission there. So she's definitely been to that rodeo before, that daughter. Okay, so anyways, Marge, Melissa, and Jackie talk about Jen, about the sunset, and then I didn't even mention this in the last episode review, but Jen also mentioned something about a piano, that Polly said that she has a nice piano in her living room, and then Jen was like, well, I have a white piano, and I don't even play it, and I have that piano. Again, like, one-upping Polly. I don't get why Jen's trying to one-up Polly so much. Like, I get it, like, she lives in this gorgeous big house. It's like she's trying to prove something to Polly, that, oh, my house is better than yours, and yours is, like, not all that. But Polly if I were to live on a ranch in a country, I mean, that would be the house I would live in. I'm sorry, Jen. But she has a really nice house. Okay, so anyways, then they go to the rodeo. Oh, they're on the car ride going to the rodeo. They were going to this rodeo for the day. And Jen says she doesn't like sharing the one bathroom in the house because she comes from 16 bathrooms. And doesn't want to live in a house that's beneath her. I don't get why she's saying all this in front of Marge. Like, at least talk about it behind her back. I mean, she must be so ditz that she doesn't realize what she's saying. Because why say that in front of Marge when this is her friend's house? Like, wouldn't you be smart enough to speak about it behind her back? Or, like, why would you do this right in front of her face? Like, I would never think about doing something like that. I mean, I guess she just has no filter. She doesn't think before she talks, or she's trying to shock people. I don't know what it is. So anyways, yeah, she said, Jen also says she thought the ranch would be luxurious, and it's not. Anyways, they go to the rodeo, and they made a deal where whoever loses is sleeps in the trailer. And Jen's like, I'm not going to sleep in that trailer, I'm not going to sleep in the trailer. Jen actually won. Jen was on, but that's because she was on the team with Jackie, and Jackie won. And Jackie, most likely at this point, wins everything. She gets the bullseye and everything, she wins everything. So Jackie won. The losers, I think, were Teresa and Dolores. Yeah, so Jen invites everyone to her... Okay, so then afterwards, Jen invites everyone to her house next week. Next week, she invites everyone to the house. And Jen says, you'll love my house, obviously. She can't stop saying that. She goes, I have this huge fountain in front of the house. And Marge goes, well, I have a duvet. And then Dolores goes, well, I have a hose. I have a garden hose. I thought that shit was hilarious. Anyways, so then Joe goes out to lunch, and there's the next clip. So every episode, Joe, I think, is the reason why Melissa is staying on the show. Is because of Joe. Joe has to be in every single episode. He has to be. He has no time for his father, but he has time to film all these scenes. Because, to be honest with you, he did this in this episode. There was a scene with him and his father, and he saw his father. But I mean, last episode he was with his kids, like filming or whatever. And I'm like, he's not a housewife. Like, even Danielle, she's a friend of the housewife, and she was shown at she wasn't even mentioned in this episode. So it was like, come on, like, I want to see Danielle. I don't care about Joe. He's a husband. This is called The Real Housewives. Like, I like Joe, but I mean, like, why does he have to be... Like, he always has to be shown in every single episode. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he's one of the housewives. Like, they need to show him. And, like, I get it. Joe is cool. I like Joe, but, it would... I don't know. But all I'm saying is that they're making it seem like Joe is the housewife. And I feel like they want Joe... They really want Joe to be in the theme song, like literally be in the center of the theme song, and like literally push Melissa. Like he would be in the center of the friggin'. You know how they have the logo and the 6 women are like in the front. Like he would most likely replace Melissa if he had a vagina. Anyway, so the dad tells Joe, you spend no time with me. You spend no time with me for 2 weeks, and then Joe was like. He says in his confessional, because he has a confessional and Danielle doesn't. Tell me how that makes any goddamn sense. Anyways, so he says in his confessional that he's like, oh, well, I think Teresa's in the father's ear. I always used to think Joe DJ, Teresa's husband was in my father's ear, but I think it was Teresa all along, talking to the father, trying to... And I do believe that maybe Teresa is trying to... What's the word? Like... Be like, I'm the better child. Like, I'm like being a competition type. Because there are children that do that in competition to be the better child or look the best in front of their parents. There are kids who do that. There are. I'm not going to say any specifics, but someone in my family does that. So I know that this exists. Like, someone tries to one-up the other sibling in front of the parents to look the best in front of the parents. This is normal. I mean, people do this. So I do think that Teresa is doing that. I mean, you know what I mean? I do believe Teresa is doing that. Because Teresa, I feel like, is getting involved too much. To the point where there has to be some type of hidden agenda here. There just has to be. Like, you can't be getting involved so much when this is his son. This is his son. And it's none of your business. Okay, anyways, what is next? Okay. So they go to the hoedown, this big dance party. And each of the girls were dancing with a guy, but Jen decided not to do that. Jen was like, I'm not dancing with the guy because it would look bad in front of, if my husband found out. I'm with Jen on this. I think if I had a husband and he finally let me go on a trip by myself with a group of girls, and then I come home and I tell him, oh, by the way, I also was dancing with a guy at a hoedown. Doesn't look right. So I totally agree. everyone else decided to, I don't think there's no harm if they know the husbands are like, listen, I don't care if you dance with a guy for like a little second, just for fun, and a hold down, you know what I mean? Like that's the dance style or whatever. Like I don't, you can do that. If they don't mind it and they know the husbands don't mind it, I get it. But Jen's like, no, my husband won't mind it. So I'm totally for Jen in that scene. So then Melissa FaceTimes Joe, and Joe tells Melissa, though, he's playing cards with his father. Melissa runs back, of course, and she did this deliberately, which I don't know. I do totally understand, because it's like, now I'm going to show you and tell you right in front of your face, Teresa, that Joe does spend time with his father. So she did run back, and she tells everyone, of course, she would not have said it if Teresa was not there. If Teresa was like in the bathroom, she would have been like, wait, let's wait until Teresa comes out of the bathroom. Because she wanted Teresa to hear that. So she did say, she's like, yeah, well, Joe's hanging out with the father. So she made sure she said that in front of Teresa. Okay, good. Gotta do what you gotta do. So Jen's getting drunk now at this hoedown. And she's screaming. She's just screaming random things out at the party. Like, she's like, the trip, if she's going on a trip, she wants to go to the Bahamas, not this fucking Oklahoma bullshit. She says she'd rather stay at a hotel. And she actually says this to Polly. They're sitting in a circle, and she goes to Polly, she goes, I'd rather stay at a hotel. I don't want to stay here. I'd rather stay at a 5-star hotel than stay on this ranch. And Polly was like, and then she just walked away. Polly's like, no, I have to excuse myself. So I'm like, yeah, Polly, if you gotta I don't blame you for excusing yourself, because that shit was very rude, Jen. Oh my god. Like, I get you getting drunk, but I mean, this would be you sober anyways. I mean, it would be. So then Polly goes up on the mic to make an announcement with Marge. And then Marge tells Polly, thank you for being so gracious to inviting us crazy Jersey girls into your home. You need to come to Jersey next time. And then Teresa and Dolores scream out, you should stay with us. Stay with me. I want you to stay with me. And then Jen screams out, no, stay with me. I got the 16 bathrooms. And then literally Polly just walks right off the fucking stage. She didn't even say goodbye. She just walks right off the stage, and Marge goes, yeah, I mean, you don't even need a plunger. You can take a shit in a new toilet every week for 2 weeks, and you don't need a plunger for it. And I'm like, oh my god. And then Jen was just hysterical. I don't know if she was hysterically laughing because of what Marge said, because what Marge said was actually quite funny. But I think she just was laughing so hard because I think at this point Jen knows she's just embarrassing herself. So she's just laughing at herself at this point, because it's a joke. It's a joke. Okay. So, they go back to the ranch. And literally right when their ass sits down on the fucking sofas, Jen goes, what a fucking snore. This country music was a fucking snore. Now listen. Listen. This is a country party. I totally get this. This is a country party. I'm trying to put myself in Jen's shoes of being at this country party. If I'm at a country party, I want to listen to Carrie Underwood. I want to listen to, I don't know, what's the other country singers? Like, I don't know. Like, I have them on my phone. I have so many different country singers on my phone. Like, I want to listen to, let's see, Blake Shelton, Brad Paisley, Hunter Hayes. Like, I got Faith Hill. I mean, even all the Sugarland. You got all these great country singers, right? The country music was really country, and I get that's where they come from. I personally would not have liked it. I wouldn't have enjoyed the party because of that music. So I'm with Jen on that. I really am. Would I have said any of that? No. I would have kept the whole thing to myself, but I get where Jen's feelings are with the country music, but again, I'm not with her for voicing it. She should have kept it to herself. But yeah, that's what she says. And she says it in front of Marge, and Marge just finally just says to her, listen, you're just socially inappropriate. You have the worst manners. Jen disagrees. And then asks Marge, well, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Yeah, I do have, she goes, I don't have the worst manners. I disagree, but what are you going to do about it? And I'm like, oh my god, is this really the girl that comes from this gorgeous house? Like, really? Like, she's talking as if she comes from the ghetto. So, she's like, yeah, so what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And then Jackie gets involved again. Listen, Jackie gets involved in a lot of things. She's getting involved in the next week's episode, too. Listen, I love that Jackie's getting involved, and sometimes maybe I get if you're seeing something, you see that it's wrong. But at this point, Jackie's just getting involved too much, like as where Marge was getting involved a lot last season, which was becoming annoying. Jackie's starting to do that this season. So maybe I feel like Jackie maybe needs to just not always voice her opinion all the time. Maybe sometimes she could not just jump on the bandwagon and just like voice her concern. She could do it maybe to the side to Jen, away from everybody else, and not do it in front of the audience. So yeah, Jackie gets Polly says, yeah, no, it's not cool. That's Polly. That's her best friend. So then Marge mentions, listen, I didn't like what you said about the sunset. You kept saying your sunset was bigger than Polly's sunset. It's not like whose dick is bigger here. That shit was funny. That shit was funny. When she said whose dick is bigger, I died. But during that conversation, Polly comes home finally. She comes home. She wasn't even home yet. She just got through the door. And then Jen says, you know, if I had a party and people complained, she wouldn't care. I don't really agree with that, Jen. I think if you had a party, and even with you, like, you probably spend thousands of dollars on your party, and people come in and, like, I don't like this, I don't like what she's playing, I don't like this, I think Jen would get insulted. I really do. Because I feel like she's very sensitive with her feelings, what people say to her. And I think if someone did not like her party, especially a party she threw and spent money on, and, you know, especially if it's an extravagant party and she's all this, and she's all about her, you know, her looks and her parties and her Chanels and all that, I think she would take offense to it. Anyway, so, Polly finally opens up her goddamn mouth. I mean, Polly's too good. That would not have been me. I would have been like, you don't like it? Sleep in the forest. Sleep in the trees. Don't even sleep in the campus. Sleep on the grass outside. And not even on my property. I don't even want you on my property. Sleep like way, way, way in the fucking forest. That's what I would have said. Polly's too good. Polly finally opened up her mouth and was like, no, I think you're very offensive. Jen says, you know, I do it for shock value. She finally admits to it now. I think maybe because she's drunk and the truth comes out when you're drinking. She goes, no, you know what? It's for shock value and I was just trying to be funny. I don't think that. I think a part of it was her trying to shock people and trying to be funny, but another part of it was like, no, this is her true feelings. She'd rather stay at a 5-star hotel. She thinks your ranch is shit. She doesn't like sharing that one bathroom. She wants the 16 bathrooms. She wants a huge fountain. That's what she wants. You know what I mean? She wants to go back. She probably couldn't wait to go back home. Oh my god. She probably couldn't wait to go. If she could have teleported, she could have. So then Jen also says, yeah, I was just trying to be funny. But then she also adds after that, she goes, well, you know what? I'd rather just stay at the Four Seasons here. You know what I mean? It's not like this is the Four Seasons and I'm at a penthouse suite over here. And then Dolores goes, you know, you really need to start watching your tongue. You need to be more conscious in what you say to other people in their own home. Dolores asks Polly, you know, do you think... I don't know why Dolores even asked Polly this, because it's obvious Polly is taking offense to this. But she asks Polly, she goes, did you take offense to anything Jen has said? Polly just started laughing. Like, are you serious? Of course I did. No fucking shit. So Polly laughed at that. She didn't even answer Dolores. So then, Jen apologizes. So she did apologize, and I really appreciated Jen. Jen did apologize to Polly. She gave her a hug, and she says, you know what? And I was really shocked about this, in fact. I almost fell off my chair watching this. But Jen goes, you know what? I'm going to sleep in the camper tonight. I'm going to do it. I'm going to sleep in the camper tonight. And she literally got her pillows and her blanket and she went into the camper. I'm like, Jen, you better fucking go, bitch. Okay. So now she's trying to redeem herself a little bit here. Okay, maybe now she sees that, oh my god, like everyone's like coming against me now. Like everyone's having a problem now. Now it's time to turn over a new leaf. So, listen, even though I'm saying these things about Jen in the review, because yeah, she was wrong in a lot of this episode, I still like Jen. I like all of them. There's not one person I dislike in the whole cast. You know what I mean? I really do. I like all of them. And it's very rare when I like a whole cast of characters. I usually don't like one, but I like all of them. But, anyways, that was the end of the episode. Next episode, Teresa and Joe argue, and then Jackie gets involved, and then she says the thing about Joe to Teresa. She goes, oh, do you think you can control your husband? You think your husband would be in jail right now if you can control what he did? And then Teresa's face when she looks at Jackie is like the most confusion blank stare. Like, I'm like, come on, Teresa. I mean, Jackie should not have gotten involved in this. But, I mean, she kind of has a point here. Anyways, that is the end of the episode. That's it. That's it. Perfume of the day was Bombshell by Victoria's Secret. Lipstick of the day was Coco K. Yeah, Coco K by Kylie Jenner. Listen, I love this episode. I can't wait for the rest of the season. I was really upset about something that happened today. I really was. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it, but I'm not going to go into depth. I'm just going to say it had to do with work, and I was very insulted by something, and I'm very hurt by something. Not even by what a customer did, by what an employee said about me. I'm not going to go into specifics or anything because I can't do that, but I'm just saying I was very hurt by something, and it just hurt my feelings because I feel like when you work hard and you work, you really work hard and everything and you really give it your all, and then to have certain things that were said about me tonight, it's just a total disrespect, and I take offense to it. It's not right. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode review. This season is really good. I really like last season. I think this is gonna top the last season even. I really do. I think it's gonna get there. It's really, really good. Okay, I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm probably gonna upload this tonight because it's after midnight. So yes, basically yesterday I uploaded. I'm filming this really late at night, by the way. I got home from work at midnight. I'm filming this very late, but I'm doing this for you guys because I promise an episode review every week. But I'm really tired. I just came home from work at midnight. Yeah, I mean, it was a long day, but I will probably upload this now. So I'm going to stop running my gums and just stop the video to upload it. But I did just upload the full empty, so go check that out if you haven't already. Alright, I love you guys. Bye.